Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, yesterday I opened my Internet Explorer browser, and this story popped up as a main, huge heading for the media major story. Meghan Markle's dad launches fundraising page. And I thought, oh my goodness, how on earth did he get in the mainstream top story, headline news, mainstream media? Is this Carolyn Graham? And, I've been keeping an eyeball on the GoFundMe a bit 'cause it seems, and here's the story that went with it from MSN. Of course, all Harry and Meghan's PR, but it's like, well, would Harry and Meghan's PR be doing this? Or I guess if they're working together with Carolyn Graham, which is suspected here, right? So perhaps they are working together. This would be an indication of it because it's Meghan and Harry who have this access to the mainstream media like this to feature their stories and her puff pieces and whatnot. So this is another indicator of that, I believe, that they are working together here. Yeah, I can't pull it over a little bit. It's a little whatever. You can see it there. The story. Meghan Markle's dad launches fundraising page. And there's the article if you're interested. That doesn't seem to provide a direct link, though, to his GoFundMe. It just talks about it, which I find odd. Okay, here we go. I was able to move it over. Yeah, none of these links go to GoFundMe, which is odd. And I'll show you why in a second. Yeah, it just all goes back to Express and the Mirror that he spoke to. So he's getting major mainstream media publicity for his GoFundMe page. They're claiming that he has Medicare, Medicaid in states, but not where he is, and he doesn't have insurance. It's all out of pocket. Of course, it's much, much cheaper there, but whatever. So it says at the time of this writing, he's managed to raise 3,700 pounds or 5,000 US dollars. But again, no link exactly to an exact GoFundMe. And that's curious because there are several GoFundMe accounts. If you go to GoFundMe today, I've sort of been checking it out every now and then the past couple of weeks. So as of today, there are 4 GoFundMe fundraisers. So that article doesn't specify which one you should go to. It just says he has a fundraiser there. And it's a mainstream media top story. Let everybody see, this is a lot bigger than a YouTube channel pushing it. This is, you have to have some Meghan and Harry connections here to get mainstream media, or Carolyn Graham as well, perhaps. Carolyn Graham did not write that article. It says it was written by, let me see here. Does it say who it was written by? It says it was written by Sophie Papa Mavrudi and Patrick Hill. So Carolyn Graham steering clear of pushing the GoFundMe page. So I guess a couple of her comrades are doing it for her. So here's the GoFundMe. They don't specify which one to go to. And when you get to GoFundMe, again, there are 4 GoFundMes. Now, as of today, there's one by Sally Preston, aka I got the screenshot here. Ianco, where to go? Yeah, this is the name. It used to say when you clicked on Sally Preston, it went to Juliana Ianco. Now that's gone, and it claims now that it goes to somebody with the initials. She added it. They used to just say Sally Preston, but now it says Sally Preston to GL, a beneficiary. And then when you click GL, this is a G, which is very Masonic, and GL, no name. So the beneficiary is some mystery person named GL. And this person is getting the money for Thomas Markle's senior recovery for medical bills. And so far, they've gotten 7,788 out of 10,000. So this has been raised. They're looking, it used to be 6,000. Now they want 10,000. Getting greedy, getting greedy. So that's the one with Sally Preston, aka Juliana Ianco, who has since taken her name down. and is claiming to give it to somebody with the initials GL, which must be her, is all I assume. Okay, so oops, forward again. Here we go. All right, so that's the first one. Now, the second one is by a Shannon Roberts, and she hasn't gotten any money yet. Poor Shannon, $0. And the same for Stephen Cleary. Stephen Cleary is another person who's opened a GoFundMe for Thomas Markle, and he hasn't got anything either. He's only got $0 as well. Maybe somebody should throw him a penny or something. Put a lot of effort into making that page, right? And then you've got the Thomas Markle Get Well Soon by Thomas Markle. So I assume maybe it doesn't say Junior on it, but when you open it up, it does say that Junior started this page. He has a message here. It says, "Hello, my name is Thomas Markle Jr." And he doesn't capitalize his last name, which I find odd. Capital letters and lowercase letters make a big difference in legal contracts. Just saying. And it just has his name at the bottom, San Diego, and he's raised $10,009, and he wants 40,000. Give me the money, 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 money. So I'm just wondering, so here's the last few weeks. The first time I checked out his account on December 14th, there were 4 accounts. Okay, December 14th, but then on December 18th, there were 2 accounts by Sally Preston. She opened a second one, and they both went to Juliana Ienko. And I was like, why does she have 2 accounts? So one of those accounts has since disappeared, or she merged them together. I don't know what happened there, but she had 2 accounts. But as of today, she's back down to 1 account. So I don't know what's going on there with 1 account, 2 accounts, 1 account's going on. All I know is there are multiple accounts, and now he's getting mainstream media, right before Christmas, So while Meghan's pushing the syrupy jam, the Markles have a GoFundMe, pages that they all want money for. And I'm just wondering, again, here we go again. So what's going on here? Why are they getting mainstream media coverage? Are they working together? Really looks like it from this, I would say. And why do the Markles think that Americans should be paying for their medical bills? Why don't you ask your sister there? Why don't you ask Meghan or the royal family? Like, why aren't you shaking them down? They've got all the money in the world. Instead of trying to get money from hardworking Americans who are dealing with inflation and unemployment and other things going on, vax injuries, whatnot. Why are they trying to shake down Americans? Is this all part of one big scam? They're all working together. Let's see what's going on here. Why are they trying to hit up Americans here? Okay, so I'm using these cards here. Yamaya, freedom and power. You got a dark skinned woman here, like Meghan pretends to be, looking for power. I'm getting power vibes here because they all think that they have the power to make the stupid people, the sheeple, pay them. Vulnerability, open your heart, allow yourselves to be tender. So they are trying to use the power of the mainstream media here that Meghan has control over with Harry to try to get people to open their hearts and take care of poor Dada for the upteenth year in a row, for his 10th calamity. And then receptivity, allow yourself to be received, allow yourself to give. Oh, because he wants to receive as much as possible. This is a signal of how successful their psyop is. And of course, they all want to get money, money, money. Oh, this looks very devilish. Independence and self-determination on this one. And notice they've got the poison there, the death look, very satanic looking here. They're all Satanists. And the last one is sulky inner skins, reclaiming your authenticity. Yeah, who always claims to be authentic? They're so authentic. I'm authentic. I feel so authentic. Yeah. That's all part of the Markle scam. And I do believe, and apologies for the camera there, let me fix that up. I do believe this is a test of how successful. I'm getting a lot of Meghan involvement here, and that it's part of the psyop to see how successful it's going, how it's running. they can't tell what people feel in general. They're not like putting out a questionnaire saying, do you believe the Markles? Do you support Thomas Markle? So instead, they do this. It's kind of a litmus test. See how much people will give, how sensitive, how emotional and vulnerable. Because this is all an emotional psyop to manipulate everyone emotionally, and the power of, because this is the deep states that Meghan and Harry work for, the globalists, a very evil, uh, manipulations for these Satanists. And they're trying to see how authentic people still believe in this. Like, do you still believe this is authentic? Are you still buying what they're selling? So that's the test here. And they see it with the dollar signs. Of course, faith or belief was high a couple of years ago, and Thomas Markle and Lady C raised $75,000, but they're still raising quite a few $1,000s in my opinion. But it doesn't look as successful as it did just a couple of years ago in 2024 when they raised 75,000 or even more of 100,000 there. So quite a bit of money went to Thomas Markle back then. So yeah, they want to shake down the public. Let's go, cough it up. You and the Sussex Squad, just like the Sussex Squad raises money for Archie's birthday, because he's so poor. It's not like he's related to the most wealthiest family in the world. Anyhow, let's take a look here. What is the motive here with Thomas Markle and what's Carol Graham's influence? So what's Thomas Markle's motives here? Thomas Markle Senior. Is he part there? Is he with the CIA there? Oh, look at that destruction. So this is triumph and success upright. He wants to see if he can be successful. I don't think he feels very successful right now. This is also a card of taking people out, killing people, attacking them, lying to them. Rejoice at Christmas time, and he's trying to. It's a way of attacking us, in my opinion. It's an attack on us, and it's done under the guise of, oh, it's Christmas time, Uh, here, this person, this dangerous person, I get a very dangerous vibe from this whole thing. It's a very evil, dangerous game they're playing. And of course, you could look at these three also as, Thomas Sr., Thomas Jr., and Samantha coming out, and they're getting the money. So they're going to be allegedly, apparently, what it looks like to me. So it looks like they're going to be rejoicing and celebrating their Christmas gift from the people who give. Um, what's Carolyn Graham? Is Carolyn Graham the real reason it was in the mainstream media? This is flipped over. Whoa, we have some harsh looking cards here. I'm getting disruption. Yeah, this is like the Tower card. So Carolyn Graham feels like she's been totally exposed and, by TRG's excellent work. And she realizes her facade is her facade, because I think it's a man baby. That's what I got from the cards. And yeah, material, spiritual prosperity. So Carolyn Graham realizes her involvement would be destructive to this. So she has stepped back from the grifting this time, not coming out and getting directly involved. Yeah, because there's a lot of hope here with their hands out. This is the Markles with their hands out. A lot of hope they have of getting a lot of money from the publicity here. And they are getting it. I mean, this was a big, huge picture box main story on the main page that when I opened my browser. So it was like top stories only. So they got a lot of huge. I mean, imagine if everybody's GoFundMe, and there are a lot more worthy GoFundMes, in my opinion. They should be getting this mainstream media attention. Instead, Thomas Markle Sr. gets it for his upteenth crisis, So I'm just saying the whole thing's a bit sickening to me, and it looks very evil of the basis of it, grifting people. I really do think it's a test to see who will do it and how convincing is their psyop. How do they feel? How successful do they feel it's been so far that they're getting mainstream media? Oh my God. All right, wait. First I have to ask, is Meghan involved? Ooh, look at this. Yeah, I'm getting two, this is like called, what is a 7 of wands, I think. Yeah, which one is this? It looks like a 2 of wands to me with the 2 pillars there. But no, it's 7 of coins, actually. It's supposed to be 7 in coins, patience and planning. But I have it reversed. But the first thing I noticed were two groups working together. So I'm secretively reversed. Oh yeah, solitude. So Megan pretends to be with Harry. This is the hermit card. Also, Megan here, she hides. She has nothing to say. She doesn't say anything about the GoFundMe. Have you noticed? She doesn't say donate, don't donate. She pushes her syrupy jams and pretends like she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't see what's going on in the mainstream media with her father and sister and brother, all that. She ignores it, right? So that's what she's doing, the solitude game, but they're secretively working together. They're two sides here working together, grifting together. So it's all one big operation. And I really feel that this fact that this has gone to the mainstream media like this really makes it obvious that this is a psyop, military grade psyop. It just confirms, like TRG was reporting. I mean, you don't get mainstream media coverage simply for a GoFundMe account like this. And they didn't even link to the account. They write an article about the account and they don't link to let you know which one. So you've got to play a guessing game. Which one do I donate to? Which one? They don't even tell you, the whole thing's such a scam. It's like spin a wheel and figure out. They're grifting in every possible way. Perhaps they want people to donate to all of them. I don't know what they're playing. Why are they putting multiple accounts up there? I think those two extras with zero right now are just grifters, grifting on grifters. But why they put multiple accounts? Why do they have multiple accounts? It makes no sense. Oh, look at that emotional loss here. So I think it's plausible deniability. I think that if later on Thomas Jr. can say, "Well, I didn't get the money that Juliana Ianco got. I don't know who that is," but he links to her account from his page. I noted. Um, yeah, this way they can. I guess to the tax man, they're most concerned about the IRS comes to audit them. They can plausible deniability say, "Well, I didn't get that money. That person did." You got to ask them, right? Yeah, yeah. And of course, they're doing this. They love the attention. They love the media attention. So I'm getting these two cards together. They love the sympathy they get from the attention publicity on their, oh, poor them, So, I'm sure if and when Thomas Markle Sr. is no longer on the planet, which will probably happen around the same time as the king, I wouldn't doubt, right? So they can both, they can manipulate that situation, I wouldn't doubt. Are they planning on announcing an alleged passing of Thomas Markle Sr. at the same time as King Charles, whenever that happens? I'm just wondering. It sounds like it's something they would grift on. Oh, intuition. Yeah, I think my intuition, I'm not getting an answer. Intuition card's like no answer right now, but I think my intuition is on with this one. I think that I'm onto something. Pay attention to the timing. I get reverse, could be excess of or just secretively. I'm hitting on something here along those lines, but I'm not getting a direct yes or no on that. But yeah, I think that watch and see how things play out. Anyways, yeah, so there you have it. The Markle GoFundMe debacle. So I hope you found this interesting. If so, please like and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye bye.